Hello and welcome to another landing page review. My name's Levi. So today we're doing another case study, and I wanted to talk about kind of a landing page that has a lot of really good things going for it, but also a problem that you have to be careful with when building a landing page. And hopefully this is something that's useful to everyone as we kind of look through this, and maybe we can pull out some good ideas for ourselves as we work on our own landing pages to kind of clarify our message and really think at the end of the day of who we're talking to. And the landing page I wanted to go through is Fathom Analytics. And first off, this is built by Paul and Jack. I'm a big fan of Paul Jarvis. I read his book, and so hopefully this is received in a spirit of admiration. Fathom Analytics, this is what their headline says. Fathom Analytics provides simple, useful website stats without tracking or storing personal data of your users. And the subheadline is give your website visitors back their privacy. And the first thing, as I scroll through this page, and it has a link to a demo, and this demo is awesome, I gotta say. This is really, really cool. The first thing as I scroll through this page, really positive things that jump out at me, is this is a very strong design for a landing page. They're not putting in a bunch of kind of fluff. They're not putting in a bunch of clip art here. It's something that is confident. It kind of just oozes confidence. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it gives me a good clue as to how the product is going to behave. I feel like as I look at this landing page, I'm going to be getting a product that is going to have a lot of utility, that isn't going to have a lot of meaningless kind of frills around the edge, but it's also going to be elegant and straightforward. And these are kind of my favorite kind of products to use that have this focus on their utility without kind of cluttering everything up. So this landing page is really, really strong for me. It's even better when I go into the site, this single page kind of statistics. I build a lot of landing pages. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a startup to help people host their HTML websites. And one of the things that I really hate about statistics is Google Analytics. Google Analytics is something that's built for big enterprises. It's something that has way, way too many features for a site like a lot of the pages I build, which get maybe 50 hits in a good month, maybe a little bit more. Maybe if they're really growing, they'd get up to 100. But I'm never going to need, the vast majority of the stuff that Google Analytics gives me. I need something really simple like Fathom. This is perfect. This nails it. And you can tell these guys have built a lot of landing pages themselves, that they've been had to work on this problem because they've nailed it with such a great product here that really connects with someone who just needs this basic data. What is it doing over time? Let me trend this out over periods of time. Where is my traffic coming from? What pages are popular? It's really a product that connects with me, which is why, and here's where my criticism comes in, is this headline could connect a lot better as I read this. Because here's the question that I would ask of any page that I'm building. Who's it for? What problem is it trying to solve? And when I read Fathom Analytics, what they're pitching here, they're kind of trying to solve two different problems. Give website visitors back their privacy. But then they're also talking about a simple website stats app or simple analytics. Now, the person who wants really simple analytics may not be someone who is even aware that GDPR exists, to be honest, because GDPR is a big problem. Privacy, privacy is something I really care about, and I admire Paul and Jack for they're trying to champion privacy in this product. But the reality is that people who want something really, really simple may not be the people who really even understand the rules and regulations around privacy, or may not even be at risk in a big way of compromising their customers' privacy on a large scale because their reach is so small. If I leak hundreds of thousands of user records or user IP addresses, for example, if I do a GDPR breach of some kind, or if I can't comply with GDPR and I have millions and millions of website visitors every month, let's say, that's a big problem for me. But I'm also, if that's the case, I'm probably going to be using a much larger enterprise software platform like Google Analytics, unfortunately, or whatever Adobe has. I forget, they have a whole solution for this thing. But if I'm someone who wants just simple, basic website stats, and there is a big market out there, I believe, that I believe Fathom is actually really nailing, I'm also not someone who's at a big risk for a GDPR violation. And I'm probably not even aware of it. By the time I become big enough that I need to start worrying about GDPR compliance, I'm probably going to be looking for a much more enterprise level, much bigger. I'm going to be running things like multiple campaigns. I'm going to be needing to track, doing A/B testing, really segmenting my audience, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to have outgrown a very simple solution. So that's where I think Fathom probably needs to, that's where I think Fathom probably needs to really focus instead of on that privacy. That's something that you can make as a secondary headline. They're putting it front and center. But the real gem here is this awesome, simple, easy to use statistics dashboard. I would love to put this on my site. I'm going to figure out how to do this because Google just doesn't fit me. And I would put these 2 points: easy setup, simple traffic insights. These are the things that people like me really, really care about. GDPR and e-privacy compliance, I'm just not ever, it's going to be a long time before I'm big enough to where I need to worry about getting a GDPR takedown notice or something like that, where I have to prove GDPR compliance. So this is, again, I love this page. I love this product. I do think that it could be improved. And I think the thing I'm doing here is not just to criticize, but also try to help us think through when we're building our landing pages, how can we need to be careful that we put ourselves in the position of the customer who's coming to that page. My guess would be is that both Paul and Jack care a lot about digital privacy, but does their customer care as much about digital privacy as simplicity? Is the thing that what they've built here, is it really going to be useful for someone who needs to have compliance statistics, or is it going to be really useful to someone who needs simple statistics? And those are probably two different people working at two different, very different companies. So all of us, we should be thinking about that as we build our pages, as we try to talk about the problem we're solving, and make sure that we're focusing on one customer. It's really impossible to pitch something to do two different people on a single page. It just really is. So we always have to make sure that we are speaking as directly as possible and talking about a problem that our customer actually has. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully this is a useful case study. Thank you. Hopefully Paul and Jack don't take this in a spirit of friendliness, because I do think this is an awesome product. I do have huge admiration for what they're doing here. And hopefully this is constructive for all of us. If you would like me to review your landing page and just give my candid thoughts, I'd be happy to. Follow me on Twitter at Levi Nunick and just send me a message. And I'll record a video and post it up there.